All right, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you. Adolfo and I, we're going to be doing a step-by-step video on an AR agent report. And so the purpose of this video is to show an individual who's pursuing either factoring or account receivable financing, basically what you're looking to get financed on. And it's an agent report. And at the bottom of the video, there'll be a link on how you can get this aging report template. Typically, this is something that you can print out from a accounting software. Maybe if you have QuickBooks or something like that, you can print this out. But sometimes you may not have that, but you want to document the receivables that you have outstanding. So for example, so you put your company name here, and this document is in the form of Google Doc. So what we'll do is we'll just make a copy and then send it to you to share it, or we'll just email it to you that way in the form of like a Excel spreadsheet. But all right, okay. So you obviously, so you put your name here, and then as of, so what is as of would be either the today's date, or maybe you track it by the end of the month or whatever. But ideally, we want it the as of today's date, to put it on that date. And so the number here is just the different numbers of the customers that you have. And just to make sure that we're on the same page, uh, ac- an agent account receivable, this is money that is owed to you. So like, you've been out there working really hard in your business. You've done work for one of your customers, more than likely for a commercial customer, maybe it's a government agency, corporation, other business, and you're waiting to get paid. And you sent them an invoice, and now you're waiting to get paid. So so ABC customer, uh, and what you want to do is you want to put down, some people will put on their invoice when the invoice is due. So if the invoice, you send the invoice and the invoice is within whatever range that you have put it in there, maybe that would mean that it's current, right? Now let's just say if it's owed over that time, from 1 to 30 days, then you put it in this column. Okay, so based on when that invoice, when you submitted that invoice, or when that invoice is due. So it's due 30 days. If it's within the 31 and 60-day range, you put it that date. 61 to 90 days, or more than 90 days. And then obviously what the column will do is it'll add that up and total it out on how much is owed. So you have that customer. Ideally, we one, and you could do it in two different ways. It just now, if you do it based on the customer and all the invoices that you have with that customer on this line, then which you'll have the total. Maybe you'll have some that's current, some that's within 1 and 30 days, some that is from 30 to 60 days, some is with 61 to 90 days, and so on. Or if you wanted to, you could just put it by invoice amount. You know, you could change this column and you say, change it to invoice number, and then the invoice number amount, and then you can put it in there, and then the customer's name. Um, there, there, we're I'm giving you. I mean, this is a document that you can edit for your purposes, but however you do it, you just explain how you do it, so we know what how you're doing it. And then right here, you put your customer name, um, telephone number, and address. And one of the questions might be the concern, well, hey, are you gonna call my customer or whatever? Well, the how this and the answer to that is no. What the reason why we want the telephone headquarters telephone number, headquarters address, is the finance company is going to give you credit based on your receivables, but we're going to do it based on the credit worthiness of your customer. And because we're doing it based on the credit worthiness of your customer, we need to pull that up by utilizing the business credit bureaus out there. And one way that we we verify or pull that credit is based on their telephone number and address. That's how we can confirm uh, who is who that customer is to give you credit on that. So that's why that information is on there. And of course, if you have any questions on this, please uh, post questions in the chat, or just contact us or so forth. Mr. Patino, is there any questions that I just said that maybe we should cover?
A question I had was, so under current and then the 130 days, 31, 60 days, are we putting the price of the receivable, the
Yeah.
amount, or are we putting like, oh, my receivable is current and I'll put like a check mark there? Are we putting the price?
Oh, yeah. That's a good question. So the amount of the invoice,
Okay.
what we're putting there, the amount of the invoice. Because that's a very good question, because the amount of the invoice is what we're most concerned about, because that's how, based on that invoice amount, is how much we're going to finance you with, right?
All right.
So that's a very good question. Any other questions that you think I missed?
That was the only question I had.
Okay. Well, like, so you guys are ladies who might be watching this video. If you have other questions, put in the chat. That way, if we need to improve this video, we know exactly how to do so. All right. Well, hey, thank you for watching this video, and have a great day.